Today we are building a porch roof right here. We're going to build a shed roof up onto that existing roof, and I'm going to put a porch beam right here. I wanted to show you how I determine my porch post height. The post location is usually dependent on where the footing is. That isn't as hard to figure out. You do have to go with the footing typically, and here we have an existing footing below us that I attached this post to. So what I want to figure out is how high to cut that post. So let's look at the plans and see what we're working with here. This is a porch roof we're building. These plans don't have great details, but let's look at the elevation first. So you can see this shed roof is going to go up there. The beam is behind that fascia line. Here's another elevation side view. Here's the beam and the post that I'm figuring out what height to cut that post at. The number one thing I'm looking for is, do my fascia boards line up? This is a 2-pitch roof and this is a 6-pitch roof, and they do want my fascia to line up. I have to base my porch beam height based off of where this 2-pitch fascia will connect to the 6-pitch fascia. Let's come over here and look at what we're working with here. I made this notch previously because I determined where that beam is going to run into this wall line. Whatever this post measures out from the house, I just came over here and brought that same measurement out and cut my fascia. So my beam's going to run right in here. I can now see where top of fascia is up here. Now that I know where my top of fascia is there, the number one thing I have to figure out is, how does my rafter sit on top of my beam, and how does my fascia line up to the rafter top? Here I have it all marked off. This shed roof is a 2-pitch. That's roughly 11 degrees. What I have to determine is the correlation from top of beam in correlation to top of fascia. I squared out from my plumb cut and made a mark here. Once this rafter is up in place, this is a level mark that comes out. Top of beam is here, and here is where the top of my fascia is going to be, because I'm going to sit it down just a little bit from my short point. I have an 1.25 inch difference from top of fascia to top of beam. So from existing fascia, the top of beam is 1.25 inches below that because of what I calculated on that rafter. I made that mark and I leveled back, and here's my final mark on the wall. That's top of beam. What that does is tells me bottom of beam is top of post right here. And transfer the mark out to that. You can take a laser level and shoot this in here. I preset a nail up top. I'm gonna measure down to my laser. 92 1/8 from laser to top of post. I'm gonna measure from that mark 92 1/8, and that's gonna be bottom of beam, top of post.